What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 vinyl regrets. So let's get into it. So if you are new around here, and I know quite a few of you are, because the last video I made, which was about my record store day collection, my whole trip on record store day, got really good views, and yeah, I got a whole bunch of new guys around here, so thank you very much for hitting subscribe. Make sure you drop a like down below and comment if you are new around here. Comment and let me know if you're one of the new guys around here. But I thought I'd start off from that video with this video talking about what my biggest regrets are, because we all have them. If you collect vinyl, there's always that one album that you got because you liked that one song off of it, and you never listen to it and you hardly ever pull it out of your collection. So today I thought I'd talk about those records of mine that are exactly like that, where I haven't listened to them at all since then. So yeah, let's get into the video. So starting off today, we have Madian Creative, I think this album's called. Oh no, Adventure. See, that's how much I don't know this album. Yeah, this is just a single double-sided vinyl on plain black vinyl as well, and this is a 2015 album that basically I've just hardly listened to this. I didn't really listen. I liked it, I just wasn't like more into this music at the time. I had a really shit Crosley vinyl player. Yeah, I just didn't really listen to records, and yeah, I only really got into vinyl collecting probably December, I want to say 2018. I bought like a whole new vinyl player and stuff and really started taking my collection seriously. So yeah, this just came a bit before then. Yeah, I'm just not really that into this kind of music, the music that Madian makes. There's a couple of songs on here that I liked, like Pay No Mind is the only song that I really remember from this. But yeah, I think it was just one of those like spur of the moment purchases where I didn't really overly think about it. I just bought it. I have the signed CD of this as well. Madian Adventure is an album that I hardly ever take out of this collection. Just one that I sort of regret buying this, to be honest. I regret it. Okay, number 2 is actually 2 vinyls. And this is not one that I regret so much. Like, they're not bad albums, I just never listened to them. I went for a stage where I was like, oh, I love To Pimp a Butterfly. What influenced that album? And I seen George Clinton produced a couple of the songs and featured on songs on there, so I had to like look him up, see what albums he'd done. And so I got 2 of his, Some of My Best Jokes Are Friends, and I also got R&B Skeletons in the Closet. I remember at the time being all like, yeah, I'm so cool, I listened to George Clinton, I'm a cool guy. And I just haven't really listened to them, to be totally honest. I listened to them a couple of times. They're cool because they're like old records and stuff, and like I really like old records. Yeah, I just generally haven't listened to them as much as I thought I would. And so yeah, this isn't one, they're probably great albums, but I just haven't listened to them, and that's why I regret. Okay, next up is another one that I don't really regret having it in my collection, because it is one that I love, this album, but I just feel like I got a bit mugged off, and that is 444 by Jay-Z, his 2017 album, one that I really enjoyed. And I got this in San Francisco in Amoeba Records. Basically, this is a bootleg. This is not a real vinyl. This is never pressed onto vinyl officially. Yeah, this is a bootleg, and you can tell as well because the packaging's a bit, it just doesn't feel like a normal vinyl record. And also the actual vinyl itself is pressed onto really strange colors. Like, look at this, like this weird like splattery clear color. As much as it's cool, I don't think that will be what this album will be pressed on. I'd even prefer it to just be plain black vinyl. But yeah, I love this album, but I just feel like I got mugged off with it. I can't remember exactly, but I think I paid around $50 for this, so quite a lot of money. Yeah, I'm just a bit sad that I kind of got mugged off for this. So even though it is a cool one to have to my collection, also at the time his music wasn't on Spotify. Now his music's all on Spotify, so I was like, oh, I'll buy it on vinyl so that I can actually listen to it. Yeah, Jay-Z 444, still really like the album, but I just got a bit mugged off, and I kind of regret getting this bootleg copy. Okay, next up is one actually I got for a Christmas gift from my parents. And it's another one where I don't particularly hate this album. I'm just not a huge fan of it. And you can tell because it's still in the packaging. But that is the Black Panther soundtrack from 2018, I think. Yeah, the one that Top Dog did all the music for. I would maybe sell it, but I have all of Kendrick Lamar's albums apart from Section 80. And this is just one to add to the collection of that. Like, it's just a good one to have to add to the collection of that. And I might listen to it one Monday, maybe. Still a few good songs on here. All the Stars, Ways is not a bad song. Paramedic, not a bad song. King's Dead I like. Big Shot, Pray For Me. Great songs, but yeah, just one that I didn't really love the album. I haven't really listened to it since, and I've definitely not listened to the vinyl yet because it's still not exactly a regret. I think the tough thing is when it comes to vinyl records, if you're like me and you kind of keep your collection nice and tight, you don't really have a lot of records that you don't like. At least you probably have some that are like, yeah, you just like your favorite ones, but sometimes there is like, makes you want to buy vinyls that just to complete the collection of artists that you're not like really into. Like, for instance, Kanye West, I've got nearly all of his vinyls, and I've even got all the albums that I don't like Jesus is King, just because it just adds it to the collection. So that's the thing, is there's not, when I say this video is about my vinyl regrets, there isn't a whole lot that I regret. There's just a few that I'm not so into and I don't play so much. So that's what I mean on this video. Finally, the biggest vinyl regret, my dumbest decision, was getting this song, Post Malone, Goodbyes, on a 12-inch single. Basically, when this song came out, I talked about it in one of my vinyl videos, so if you've not seen any of my vinyl collection videos, check the thing up there and you will be able to watch a playlist full of them. But yeah, basically this song came out and I really liked the song. I listened to it a bunch, saw that he was releasing the 12-inch version of this, was like, great, I'll buy it, thinking it would arrive maybe in a couple months. And I mean, that's annoying, but I would have dealt with that. And then it ended up turning up about a year later. I think it arrived May this year. Yeah, I just was so fed up. By this point, I didn't even really like the song. Yeah, I just sort of got a bit bored of it. I'd overplayed it. I like Post Malone, but he's not my favorite artist. And so I've just kept it in the plastic, and I'm not sure whether I'll sell it or just keep it, just to have in the collection. But yeah, it's one that's just really disappointing to me. And yeah, as much as I like Post Malone and as much as I think this single is alright, I'm just so annoyed that it took so long to arrive, especially because I paid probably like, I can't even remember, it's been that long, but I'm sure I paid a decent amount of money for this. So yeah, that's extremely frustrating. And yeah, this is by far my biggest regret. Like the other ones, I like all of those albums. Well, I think there's good music, I just don't really play them. This, I actually regret getting this, like, and it's made me think as well, like, unless Post Malone did an album that I absolutely loved, I don't think I'll purchase from his web store again. I don't think I'll get another vinyl from his again. I managed to get beer bongs and Bentleys from a completely different website. I'd never buy anything from his store ever again, basically. Right guys, so we have reached the end of the video. If you have enjoyed, drop a like down below, as it really shows the support for this channel. And also subscribe if you are new. There'll be plenty more vinyl videos to come, so keep your eyes peeled for those. What is your biggest vinyl regret? What vinyl did you just get because you liked one song and you didn't really listen to the whole thing, and then when the whole thing came out you didn't really like it? What is your album like that? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, for now, my name is Ollie and thank you very much for watching. Bam.